So I welcome you for the part 3 of this projection of solid, right? So in this problem, we are moving to from simple position to some next position or advanced position. When you are giving inclination for some solids, so what will happen? So that's what we are going to see now. So we'll see the problem now, right? So a pentagonal prism of side of base 25 mm and axis 50 mm. So here the solid is pentagonal prism, which has side of base is 25 mm and the axis is 50 mm long. So the height of the prism will be 50 mm, the side will be 30 mm, right? So we need to know, so what is the resting position here? So it's rest with one of its edges on HP, right? So we need to focus. So we know that it is going to rest on HP, right? So with what edge it is going to rest, that we have to see here. So here we can able to see 5 edges for the pentagonal prism. So we know the pentagonal prism is having 5 sides at the bottom, right? So we can take any of these edges such that the base containing that edge makes an angle of 30 degree to HP, right? So any of these edges you can take, that edge should make an angle of 30 degree with respect to HP. So this is your horizontal plane, so it is making an angle of 30 degree to HP. So and also its axis is parallel to VP. So this object is having some axis at the center. So whatever the inclination you give with respect to HP, so it is always, the axis is always parallel to your VP. So here the angle inclination is 30 degree now, right? So for this problem, what you have to do, so the first thing you have to do is you have to make your simple position first. So the simple position is nothing but where you can able to see your true view. That is your true shape of the object. So where you can able to true shape. So when you are viewing from the top view, right? When you are viewing from the top view, so you can able to. So when you are viewing from the top view, you can able to see this is your true shape of the object when it is kept on HP, right? So this is your true shape of the object. So I am going to keep this true shape with one of its edges making the inclination, right? So the first position will be like this, right? So this is your edge A, B, C, D and E, right? So we know this bottom edge is having one more surfaces which is in hidden. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So these are all the edges here, right? So now what I am going to do, so I am going to draw the projectors from here. So this is your projector 1 and these are all some projectors from the plane for the simple view. So the side that is given here, the side we know, the length of the side it is given, so that is your 25 mm, right? So this is your front view of the object. So this is your first step in your simple position, right? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to draw the second position, that is your simple position front view, right? So in your front view, so this front view is having, the height is given, the axis height is 50 mm long, so the height is 50 mm, right? So we need to name it now, right? So this edge is visible from this side. So when you are viewing from this side, this edge is visible, this edge is not visible, right? So this is your D, right? This C is visible and this E is in hidden. So the same way the B is visible and your A is in hidden, right? The same way you have to number at the bottom. Your 4 is visible, right? The same way 3 is visible and your 5 is not visible and your 2 is visible and 1 is not visible. So in case of front view, so we'll always use dashes, right? So this is your step 1 and this is your step 2 now. So we are now going to give the inclination angle of 30 degree with respect to HP. So with respect to horizontal plane, I am going to make an inclination of 30° now. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to make a 30° angle inclination first. So I'm going to draw a line, so which makes an angle of 30° here, right? The same way I'm going to copy the same object. I'm going to paste it here, right? Right. So we know the length of this line, so you just paste the line. So this is your length of the line, and you give the name here. This is your 2 dash 1 dash. This is your 2 dash 1 dash, right? So this is your 3 dash 5 dash. From the compass you can able to know the distance. You just make arc here where you can find the center. So that is your 3 dash and within a bracket 5 dash, and this is your 4 dash. So and you know the height of the object. So with the same plane you draw the object here. So now the whole object is tilted at an angle of 30°. So you have to give the name at the top also. So this is your D dash, and this is your C dash E dash in a bracket E dash, and this is your B dash and A dash, right? So this is your third step, and this is your final front view of the object. So what I'm going to get now, so I'm going to combine my final front view and my initial first step to get the final of the object. So for that I'm going to draw projectors from all the edges. So these are all the projectors from all the edges. Yes. So we are going to number it now, right? So now we can see, come closer. So now you can see, so this is the object edge that is going to make inclination with respect to HP, right? So the object is like this. So when the object is like this, when you are viewing from the top, you can able to see this side of the object and this side of the object, and which is in hidden, this side is in hidden. So that's the same way you are going to make a hidden lines here, right? So the first D dash is making combining here. So this point is your D dash. The final D double dash, right? Then this point is your E, and this is combining with this E, and that is your point E, right? So the next one, this is your A, and your A is combining here. So this is your A. This is your B, and B is combining here, and this is your B. The same way, this is your C, and your C is here, and this is your C, right? So you combine this. When you are combining this, you will be getting a shape like this, right? The same way for the numbers. Here, this is your point 4, and it is meeting here, and this is your point 4. The same way, this is your 3, and it is meeting at here, and this is your point 3, right? So this is your 5, and it is meeting here at 5. This is your point number 5, and this is your 1, which is meeting here. So this is your 1, which is meeting here, and this is your 1, right? And this is your 2, which is meeting here at 2, right? So now I'm going to combine this. So by combining this, I'm getting a shape of the object like this. And this point 1 and 2 is on the other side. So what I told you here, so when I have this edge is making inclination with respect to HP, these two edges are in hidden. So these two edges are in hidden, So that edge can be combined with a hidden line. And this is your hidden surface. So this fourth one will be your final output for this problem. So what I'm going to do, so I have placed my object on HP and then I just made a 30-degree inclination. So by combining this inclination with my initial, so that I am getting the final output of the object, and you need to focus on where we need to draw the hidden line and where we need to draw the regular lines. Okay, thank you.